Hi, welcome. This is the Out of the Mind Matrix with Love. For the last, long time, I've been on a journey. In the last 6 years, I've been doing sacred activations, and it has expanded me in so many different ways and keeps expanding me. And things that I fought about for years or didn't want to look at for years just keep coming up into a higher awareness. And I'm embracing it. I've been told I have to write my fourth book. And so this is it, Out of the Mind Matrix with Love. And through this and through these 12 weeks, what we're going to be doing is elevating you into the one mind. We're going to be connecting, we're going to be letting go of disease consciousness completely, lack and limitations, dying, aging, relationships, all of it. Because when we come into this planet, we pick up on so many different belief systems and programs that are here. And we plug in like a computer with a mainframe computer, plug into all these different programs and we run them. And if you're tired of doing that, and you're tired of letting the matrix run your life instead of you running your matrix, that's what this is all about. Because it is just a matrix. And it has tons and tons and tons and thousands and maybe even millions of programs that we can believe and we can play with. And the cool part is when you're done with playing with them, you can let them go. And I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to connect into God energy. And we will be erasing these programs through your genetics, through your past lives, your future lives, and also through the collective consciousness. And I wanted to do alchemy of the 8th and 9th dimension as activations, and I was told I can't do that because people have to prepare. And if I just did that for people, they wouldn't get it. And so what this is about is preparing to connect you to your oversoul, to your universal soul even. There's really no such thing as death. It's just our belief of it. We are eternal beings. And when we die, we're done. We want out of the game. And we're done. So our life force starts leaving and we start dying. Or we're so bored and lonely that we decide to pick up a disease to keep us company and to keep us busy. You don't have to do that. You can learn, grow, and expand through happiness and joy. It is not necessary to learn through suffering. This planet is evolving. We are in the 5th dimensional grid system. And really what that means is God says yes to any of your desires. So if you want to be sick, you want to be broke, God says yes. You want to have money, you want health, you want relationships, guess what? God says yes. And it's key to go into the one mind because, we have these arguments constantly going on in our minds of, okay, we want to do this. No, you don't want to do that. A lot of people call that the devil. A lot of people call it past lives or subconsciousness. And it's really just our division of our one mind. And the more we can come into the one mind of who we are, which is everybody, the more we create peace in our hearts, and the more that shows up on the planet, and the faster that shows up on the planet. It's time to expand. And as we gather here, or you're reading this later, when you connect into this energy and expand yourself, you're expanding the whole world because we are one. And I promise over these next 12 weeks, you're going to learn and you're going to grow and you're going to expand. And you're going to come more and more into who you truly are as an amazing being and very, very important. Because this is the fifth dimensional grid system. I see it as all of our DNA woven together. And that's like the supercomputer, too, of the information we're running on. And in 2012, they showed me when I was in Italy, they took me up over the grid system. And we were preparing the fifth dimensional grid system. And I saw the third dimensional grid system and full of all these dark areas. And I said, what is that? And they said sadness and suffering. And it was like a disease in the body. This is, the fifth dimensional grid system is the Christ consciousness. And we are the body of Christ, which means if you're part of a body, you're super important. Everybody's important and everybody has their role to play. Whatever it is, you're serving. And when you're doing it in joy and happiness, that's how you're really serving, no matter what you're doing. If you can be in joy and happiness, that's all you have to do. And when you are enjoying happiness, guess what happens? You create amazing things in your life. Because when you're enjoying happiness, all those things that bring you joy and happiness come to you. Now, a lot of you might be saying, I can't be enjoying happiness. I have this going on or that going on or this going on or that going on. And when that clears, I can be enjoying happiness. Well, guess what? It's the opposite. When you can come into joy and happiness, then everything else that does not bring you joy and happiness goes away. And the more you can focus on joy and happiness, the more wonderful things happen in your life. You don't have to go save the world. Trust me, I've tried. And I kept being told, just go inside, Tamra. Just go inside. Connect in your heart. 2015, I went and did ayahuasca with the shaman. I always wanted to do it. Yes, I used to like drugs. I took mushrooms and LSD, and it was fun. And it was interesting. I didn't keep doing it, but I tried it. And ayahuasca, I heard, was a very awakening medication. So I found someone in Portland, Oregon that does it, and I went to their house for a private session for the weekend. And I'm sharing this with you because of what ayahuasca told me and my experience. So the first night I was shown a couple things, and then I was told that's enough and that I would do more my following night. So my following night, I'm drinking the medication. Thank God I never got sick. You know why? Because I said, no, thank you. I'm not into throwing up. And most people that do that medication throw up. And I just went, no, I'm not doing that. But I froze my butt off. Oh, my God. I had like 10 blankets on me, and I was still shaking and freezing. But the experience was ayahuasca, which is considered a spirit and Mother Earth. And she came to me when the stuff finally kicked in, and she told me to go into my heart. And I said, but it's empty. It's empty. I don't want to go in there. And she said, exactly. And then I looked and I saw these dark barking dogs. And they were like protecting my heart because I was so afraid of being hurt. I closed myself off for receiving love from anywhere because I'd been so hurt in my life. I didn't want to be hurt anymore. I could love others, but to really let them love me, no. I always destroyed my boyfriend relationships, the one I love. The ones I didn't love, I married. The ones I loved, nope, pushed them away. Anyways, I think that's the biggest thing on this planet is being able to really go into your heart. And by the next day, I did the Ho'oponopono prayer all night long. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Come into my heart. I forgive you. To all kinds of people. Even this guy that date raped me. I can't even say date raped. I met him out dancing. He drugged me, and you know how the rest of that goes. But I asked for that experience because I always wondered what those girls went through and what that was like. And I had the experience. And I thought I'd forgiven him. But it was when I did the ayahuasca experience, I totally forgave him and realized, he was just teaching me something that I wanted to learn, no matter what it is. So through these 12 weeks, we'll also be forgiving people and ourselves. But I continued, and I said the Ho'oponopono prayer all night long. And by the next morning, I could see my heart like the world. And I saw streams and waterfalls and plants and trees and animals. It was really, really beautiful. And since then, I've been on this journey to love myself, to really love myself, to honor myself, to respect myself, and to know I'm amazing. I've never allowed myself that. When people wanted to read my books, I thought it was weird. And I share this with you because I'm sure this mirrors for a lot of you. So right here, right now, I want you to know that you're very important. You are as important as anybody else on this planet. I mean, if you have a broken finger or a sprained finger, how is that? It's horrible, isn't it? And all disease in the body is like disease in the world. It's fighting each other. It's anger, it's resentment. That's what causes diseases. And that's the same thing that causes separation in this world. So through this journey, we're going to connect into one mind, one body, and realize, connect, and know, and be able to be as amazing as we are and as important as we are.